We all know that saying that you don't know what you're missing until it's gone. And this game today against Deportivo Alaves was a perfect example of that quote. Because today, two players returned that we've been desperately, and I mean desperately, missing. Two fundamental pieces to Hansi Flick's system, to the team, to Barcelona. Two players that died for the badge. And that is RAPHINHA and PEDRI, who finally came back after what seems like months and years without them, because again, what they offer, we haven't had that these last couple games, and it's been clear. And it's been clear is that we haven't had that. This quote right here just exemplifies it even more. They asked Hansi Flick before the game, "RAPHINHA? Question mark. I missed him. We all missed him. We all missed him. And today's game showed why we missed him. Even against Chelsea, we saw why we missed him. Finally, the Capi is back. And of course, Pedri as well. The other Capi who came in and was sensational. Just sensational." And then this quote right here. "What do you tell your teammates? It feels like you push them harder to improve." Something a captain should do. Araujo? Ter Stegen? "Sometimes I feel like I'm annoying for my teammates, but I feel like it's important. During the match, they must think he talks too much, but that's my style. I demand more from players that I know that are capable." Bars. "If there has to be someone annoying in the dressing room, I don't mind if it's me. Afterwards in the dressing room, we can celebrate together." That's my copy right there. And then after the game, what's been going viral right now, RAPHINHA, a video of RAPHINHA going to Hansi Flick after the game, where like Hansi Flick looked to look a bit disappointed, a bit sad, because after this game, let's be honest, it wasn't a perfect performance. A lot of problems in the defense, especially in the defense today, wasn't good enough. Things we still have to improve. Things that are still evident from the Chelsea game that we have to improve. But today, the important part was we got the win. But Hansi Flick looked disappointed after the match. But RAPHINHA came up to him, and you know what he mother effing said to him? You know what he mother effing said to them? After the end of the match, RAPHINHA was telling me the same thing I said last time. We will improve. We will be much better in the upcoming matches. Who's first team captain? I think it's Ter Stegen, then Araujo, then RAPHINHA, and then Pedri. No, then Frankie, then RAPHINHA, then Pedri, if I'm not mistaken. Cut all that. Cut all that. Change it up. No, change it up. Change that order up right now. RAPHINHA must be first team captain, number one choice. Number one choice. Every single game now, I don't care about how much of a senior player Frankie is. I don't care how many years he's been there, more than RAPHINHA. I don't care, bro. I want to see RAPHINHA wear the armband every single game from now on. Because this guy is a true leader. This guy not only is a true leader because of his attitude on the pitch and urging his players to be better, but also what he offers on the pitch for the team, bro. His pressing, his assists, everything that he offers, bro. He's magical, bro. Please give him the armband every single game. And of course, then later in the game, this magician came on, and man, again, I've said it multiple times throughout my channel, throughout this whole time through this channel, I've always said it. If you enjoy football, if you truly love football with your heart, with all your heart, then you must love Pedri, bro. You cannot love football and not love Pedri. Just like you can love football and not love Messi. It's the same thing, basically. Because this guy, wow, a magician, and sorely missed. And we saw how when he came into that second half, he was a game changer, especially for certain individuals who we're going to talk about right now. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona defeated Deportivo Alaves 3-1. Goals from Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, and Dani Olmo. 2 goals from Dani Olmo. He's cooking up something. And for them, they Ibanez scored. But the lineup was pretty interesting for sure. Because before the game, we got news that Frankie de Jong didn't train with the team. I'm not fully sure if he's injured or I don't know what it could be. Hopefully it's nothing major because Atletico Madrid is on Tuesday, so he's going to be an important part, even though he He hasn't been overly perfect throughout these last couple of weeks. He's still an important part for this team, especially now that Pedri's back. Their partnership, we know, is very elite. So I don't know exactly what happened with Frankie de Jong. I just know that he didn't train and that it was looking like he wasn't going to play. So then a lot of question marks started happening. And honestly, the last person I thought was Marc Bernal to start this game. Not because I don't want to see him play, not because I don't think he's good enough. I just think Hansi Flick hasn't really trusted him. I don't even think trusted him. He just hasn't really risked him throughout this season as much, especially to start a game and play 45 minutes like he did today. So him starting today was a great sight to see. I was happy to see him in this team, finally back in the starting 11 after such a long time. And we can say his performance was underwhelming, but I'm not going to blame him for someone who hasn't played in months and is just coming back from an injury, who hasn't had that much game rhythm, game time. So I'm not going to fully blame him, but I'm at least happy that I saw specks of him, just little specks of him throughout the game where I'm just like, all right, this is what you are. This is the kind of player you are. This is the kind of player that we need eventually to grow and mature and become such a great number 6 for us, right? Because that was his position today. And again, at times we saw like he did it well, but then at times you see like, all right, clearly he's not there yet, right? He still needs a lot more time. But I was happy to see him. And again, interesting lineup overall. But the lineup that Hansi Flick decided to go for was Joan Garcia and goal, back line of Koundé. No, what? Koundé got benched. About time. Eric Garcia, Paco Barci, Gerard Martin or Gerard Maldini as the left center back, Alejandro Balde, midfield of Marc Casado, Marc Bernal, and Dani Olmo, and up top Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal. Finally, the trio is back. The up 3 trio is back. The trio that last season was absolutely incredible. But yes, Barcelona started off the game. So like the 126th anniversary of Barcelona, hype. We want to celebrate. We want to honor the most beautiful club in the world. Let's do it in trying to get this dub, trying to get some important 3 points. The game starts. Everyone's happy. The atmosphere is crazy. Let's go. We're celebrating. And 30 seconds in, 30 seconds in, Deportivo Alaves score on us from a corner kick. Honestly, it was Casado's fault. He tried to clear it doing a chilena. He completely missed it. He completely messed it up. He messed up the whole clearance in general, and he was also the one that kept the goal scorer onside as well, because everyone kept them offside, but he was the one, he was still on the ground trying to get up after he tried to clear it, and he kept them on, and honestly, Joan Garcia really couldn't do anything there because it was a little tapping. But yeah, terrible start from Barcelona right there, going down very, very early into the game, but thankfully the team responded later into the game. One of the beautiful goal for Lamine Yamal. What a beautiful pass from Gerard Martin to Raphinha, and then boom. No, am I tweaking? It was for the second goal. All right, one of the goals, Gerard Martin made a beautiful pass. I'm honestly forgetting now. No, it wasn't Gerard Martin. The first goal was Balde, who made a through pass to Raphinha. Again, just beautiful runs from Raphinha, beautiful link-up play. They truly understand each other. Raphinha just brings us everything. And a beautiful cross into the box. A lot of players missed it, but Lamine Yamal was clearly wide open, and he bangs it in to bring Barcelona back into the game. But the first half was pretty underwhelming from Barcelona. I thought at times we did pretty well. I thought it was like a 50-50 match in the beginning, because Deportivo Alaves, I can give them a lot of credit in this game that they were actually going at us. They were playing confident. They weren't, scared and hiding, playing defensive as hell, trying to hit us on counterattacks. They were actually trying to press us. They were actually trying to take the ball off of us, playing the game, right? And they did that a lot of times, and they had a lot of dangerous opportunities. That one clearest one was that beautiful save from Joan Garcia, where they got through us, and that little double save from Joan Garcia. Thankfully, we finally have a goalkeeper who we can actually trust, who has agility, who has reactions. Finally, we don't got these old heads anymore. We got a young head who, he's ready. He's ready for these big games for sure. But yeah, great save from Joan Garcia. But again, that first half, I thought we were defensively all over the place. The main missing part from this game was definitely the midfield. The midfield was non-existent in that game, because I thought Casado was poor, Bernal not good enough. But again, I'm not going to fully fault him. I'm not going to fully say that after this game I'm done with you or anything. Clearly not. That's called being reactionary. Definitely not. And Dani Olmo was barely involved in that first half. Even though he got a goal, he was barely involved in that first half, really. And the main threats were definitely going out wide, with Balde going wide, making great runs. The only criticism I would give for Balde, he's getting in the right positions. He was getting making the right runs, but his final third actions were not good enough. He just kept crossing and really didn't get it to anyone. And Lamine Yamal was pretty much the star, trying to break down Alaves, trying to create dangerous opportunities for us. And at moments he did. He could have scored in the first half as well from that little great link up play between him and Lewandowski, but then he hits the post with his right foot. But Lamine Yamal was definitely the standout player in that first half. But overall, Barcelona were very, very shaky in that first half. We definitely could have conceded if Alaves were on it. If they actually took their chances, we definitely could have conceded more. And that's something we have to improve. That's something we definitely have to improve. We've been blaming a lot of individuals like Koundé, Araujo. They're not good enough, but we're clearly seeing that it's a whole unit thing. It's a whole back line thing that sometimes they're a bit shaky. Sometimes they're not clearly there yet. Like the way that Alaves broke us down a little bit too easily is something that we really have to work on because, again, what's the point of playing the high line if we're not pressing well going forward? I saw at one point Raphinha got very frustrated because he was the one pressing, he was the one running for us, and he saw his teammates were just walking, they were just running around, just jogging towards the players instead of actually pressing them and going at them. That one's for you guys that watched my last video, that was the one thing that I emphasized that we have to improve. And in that first half, it wasn't good enough. It definitely wasn't good enough. But thankfully, we go up in that first half for the second goal for Dani Olmo. That's when Gerard Martin made a beautiful through pass, over the top through pass to Raphinha, and then Raphinha yet again just crossing it in and golazo for Dani Olmo, who gets a goal after a while. Wait, am I? Yeah, it was Raphinha. Who gets his goal after a while? Why does it say Raphinha only got 1 assist? Did he not get 2? Am I tripping? He got the first one for Lamine, and he got the second one for Dani Olmo, right? Am I tripping? Did someone touch it after Lamine? Lewa got the assist? How did Lewa get the assist? I don't know. I might be blind. Maybe for the first one. Maybe for the first one, I'm assuming. When does this say when he got the assist? I'm tripping. I don't know. I thought Raphinha got 2 assists. I might be bugging, but I'm giving it to Raphinha because he made those crosses into the box. But yeah, second goal for Dani Olmo. Thankfully, we go up, take advantage pretty early into the second half. But again, that first half wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough, and it was clear that the players that weren't good enough, again, the midfield, non-existent. I thought Casado was poor in that first half. Second half, he was much better because his teammate, his partner, you can say, who we saw from last season as well, the main guy who just brings balance and actually allows Casado to play his natural position or his best position. When Pedri came on, he changed it up for Casado because Casado practically in that first half was playing as a number 8, and yeah, he's just not good enough at it. Going forward, he's just not good enough. And Bernal was playing the 6, and again, Bernal was very shaky. But yeah, that first half very all over the place. We needed to improve, and the second half we definitely improved. We looked much better. I would say the last 15 minutes were very shaky from Barcelona. I don't know what we were doing those last 15 minutes. Like, we're looking at the timer saying, all right, the game's almost over. We're calm now. And then Deportivo Alaves started getting at us because I thought for the majority of that second half, we were in control. We were all over them. We shut down Alaves where they were struggling. They looked pretty tired and gassed out after that second half. And the last 15 minutes, I don't know what we were doing, but we pretty much gave them, they gave us some torture. I'm recording this pretty late after the game just because I had to rewatch the whole game. I couldn't watch it live, but I did watch live the last 20 minutes, and I was like, bro, no, there's no way. I just tuned in, and now we're going to concede. My bad luck. Should I just never watch a Barcelona game ever again? Like, what is this? But second half was much better, especially when Pedri came on. He just brought balance, bro. He just brought balance to the whole midfield, because we made some changes. We brought Eric Garcia off. We brought Bernal off for Koundé and for Marcus Rashford. So that meant Dani Olmo had to drop in the double pivot, and Raphinha was playing through the middle. And it just doesn't. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. But yeah, then Pedri came on and just brought us whole balance, brought us more control of the ball because that's definitely what we were missing in that first half. And that second half was definitely much better than the first half. Besides the last 15 minutes of the game, which again, we have to this is the mental part I was talking about in my last video. We gotta play till the final whistle, man. We gotta play to the final whistle and get these dubs to them and until the end, fight till the end, because we can't just think that we won and then play calm and take it easy, because these teams, as much as they're now world class or whatever you want to call it, they can still cause problems like they clearly did today. They almost had some great opportunities where they definitely could have scored more. So we have to be more cautious. We have to be more woken up in these last couple of minutes. But second half was much better, especially when the subs came in. Going over individuals, John Garcia, stellar match. Again, just proving, man, this guy is going to be an essential part to Barcelona winning trophies this season. I'm still very confident we'll win trophies. Still very confident. We're only We're currently 2 points ahead of Real Madrid in the Liga. Hopefully tomorrow against Girona they drop some points. Maybe it's looking tough, but if they do, boom, we're back in it, right? Then it's all going to depend on us. So John Garcia is definitely going to play a major role for that. Alejandro Balde, I'll give him credit today. Going forward, he did pretty well. Again, the only criticism I would give him is in those final third actions, bro. You just need to improve a little bit more because sometimes you just waste some crosses, you waste some runs. So, but besides that, I thought he was pretty solid. Gerard Martin and Cubarsí. Gerard Martin has actually looks pretty well playing that left center back role. Of course, a left-footed player playing the left center back role, it's ideal to play that kind of player who is left-footed in that position, right? And he's done pretty well. Again, that great pre-assist for Raphinha, and he's looking solid. He's looking like he can definitely play that position, fill in for that position. Do I think that's ideal? Would I want him to see him playing there in the big games? No, definitely not. But he's doing in the work. A very versatile player who's playing a lot of positions for us. So credit to him because for those that watched my video I made a couple months ago, or not even a month ago, like a month ago, where I was like 3 players that I'm going to be looking at this season or until January to see how much can you improve, how much can you change my mind about you, which were Araujo, Dani Olmo, and Gerard Martin. And Gerard Martin, he's been putting in the work, so I'll give him credit for that. Guardsy. Man, I think he did well. At times, I think he's a little bit shaky, but he did well. But overall, the whole defense today was pretty shaky. It wasn't the best. Eder Garcia, he brings that aggressiveness. He brings that physicality. He's always going to stay on the wingers or whoever he's defending. He's always going to be on them. Going forward, not much. I think Lamine Yamal was definitely the standout, trying to do everything on his own on the right-hand side. But I'll give him credit where it's due. He put in the work today. The midfield, Bernal, again, he did decent. He did, it wasn't too great. He did lose the ball a couple times. Again, he just doesn't look fully on it. But then you see those moments where he gets into the right positions. He makes those quick passes, those intelligent passes. You're just like, all right, this is something you're just going to have to work on and improve, get your game rhythm in, and start showing that, okay, you can get back to the level we saw from, last season at the beginning, right? And that's not even his best, right? He's only 18. He's only 18 years old, so we can only expect much better things from him. But hopefully he'll get more playing time so he can slowly improve for us to play on number 6. Casado, again, that first half, pretty bad, playing the number 8. When Pedri came on, much better, much defensively better, because obviously he has the partner who he can trust and give the ball to and not have to do things himself. So much better in that second half. Dani Olmo, non-existent in that first half. Really didn't give him much credit for that first half. But second half, much more involved, especially, again, just Pedri. Pedri just changes it all for us. He allows more balance for the whole team and players not having to play out of position and, getting more involved. And Pedri was definitely a big help for that, and obviously got 2 goals today. So credit to him where it's due. Lewandowski, he was all right. I wasn't too impressed with his performance. Wasn't too impressed, but all right, decent from him. All right. Raphinha, great. Again, man, what we've been missing, that pressing, that leadership, that threat on the left-hand side, those beautiful runs that he makes, the great link-up play that he just clearly understands with the rest of his teammates. Like, man, he's essential for us, man. I just hope he can stay fit, and again, he's just gonna play an important role because the other person that came in on his side, who is clearly his substitute right now, is Marcus Rashford, and he didn't impress me when he came on. Lamine Yamal, I would give him man of the match for this game. It's between him or Raphinha, but I thought Lamine Yamal was stellar today. He was, obviously being a showman that he usually is, trying to uplift the team going forward, and I thought he did great today. The only criticism I would give Lamine Yamal is, bro, he does the hardest parts. He gets away from 2-3 players easily, and then he drags it a little bit. He just does a little bit too much. Then he loses the ball, and you're just like, all right, what was the point, right? So that's definitely something he's had to improve. And again, I'm not gonna blame him. He's 18 years old. As much as we say he's such a mature player, such a great player, he's still young. So he has a lot more improvement to go in those kind of situations when he does do those solo runs by himself, right? Which again he did multiple times throughout this game. Looked very impressive. Looked very like a showman would usually do. So just that little criticism I would give. Just give up the ball when you have to because you want to progress the ball forward, the team forward, and not lose it because you want to beat an extra man, right? So that's the only criticism I would give. But great game from Lamine Yamal. And from the subs, Jules Koundé came on. Really didn't notice him, honestly. Marcus Rashford, I don't think he did great going on. He tried, he attempted, but not much, really. Pedri, my God, bro. Stay away from the hub. search up Pedri highlights. That's all I can say. And Ferran Torres and Christensen, didn't really notice them, honestly. Ferran Torres, I really forgot that he even came on because pretty much non-existent when he came on. He really didn't do much. And Christensen just came in to fill in for those last couple minutes to help defend. But overall, improvement throughout the match from Barcelona. First half, very shaky. Second half, a little bit more solid until the last 15 minutes. But besides that, the important thing is that we got the win. And currently, we are top of the league, 2 points ahead of Real Madrid. And great anticipation, hopefully, for this upcoming game against Atletico Madrid, which they also won today. So they also got some an important 3 points. And looking at the form that Atletico Madrid are in currently, you know, they haven't lost since October 21st when they got embarrassed to Arsenal. But besides that, you know, they've been a pretty good run. I mean, I wouldn't say they played some difficult games or anything. Inter was definitely the most difficult game, but looking at that game, they definitely could have conceded. But again, it's just a matter of, you know, winning your games, doing what you need to do in the important moments. You know, getting the 3 points, and you know they're up there in the table as well. How far are they from us? They're 3 points behind us. So at one point they were 8, so now they're 3. So credit to them, and yeah, Tuesday's gonna be definitely a battle to see who can stay up there in the top 4 for sure, and obviously first and second place. So a very important game coming up. Hopefully Real Madrid drops some points tomorrow against Girona so we can stay top of the league. But it's a lot of hope for sure because Girona aren't great at all. But yeah, guys, that was the video for today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the video, what you guys thought about the game, who was your man of the match. Like I said, mine was Lamine Yamal, a lot of other great players as well. Let me know that in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Share to your friends, love football, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Much love, take care, and peace.